Okay then, this is part 2, June 26, 2020. It's gonna get a little windy here. Rick Amey, Kingston. Rick Amey, Canada rather, from Kingston, Ontario, Canada. I'm trying to talk a little closer, eh? It's windy. We're on Eunice Drive right now. This is where I grew up. This is, what am I calling this? I'm going to call this series, probably going to be a 3 or 4 part. We'll call it the Sydenham Syclone. I may add to that. I had to come up with something quick, eh? Because I didn't realize this was going to be a 2 or 3 part. See this old house? Where are we here? See this old house here? Back in the 70s. Lady used to own a piano. Actually, where's that other house? Come back. Let me go back here a bit, because you never know. Maybe I'll end it back there. I'm not sure. Yeah, a girl. One of the girls over here, she used to, her name was Wendy. She was the cutie. One of the cuties around back in the day. There's her old house in there. I'm not sure. Some of these houses that I see that, some of these houses that I see, I wonder if the kids took over the house or whatnot. I did run into Wendy one day though, at Habitat for Humanity here in Kingston. See if I can break the wind by pointing it sideways. Anyway, see this ditch here? Now this house right here, this is where I lived back in the 70s, eh? What is that? 265 Eunice Drive is where we live. I'm gonna see the old weeping willow trees back in here. No, they took it out. Used to be, that's where I had my love for the weeping willow tree, eh, to have back there. But out here too, my dad used to have the old farm fence, eh? That's where I got my high jumping skills, hopping over the fence. Now this house over here, see that porch? Now her dad used to have a real wild train set in there, eh? Now that porch there might not be the original one, eh? But back in the day, that's where we, oh look at this, eh? It's pretty cool. Yeah, back in the day, that's where we learned to play spin the bottle, eh? Ooh. Check out these houses. Now these have all been here since the 70s, eh? I used to play with a kid around here. Right there, I think that house right there. Yeah, and that's where I got bit by a gardener snake as well, eh? First time. Didn't really hurt or whatever. I was going to take a boo up this way here. Check out the old neighborhood. Yeah, this goes way back, eh? Back when I was 6, 7 years old. Got a lot of stories, so maybe I can pop them in. I'm going to go to the end of the street now and take a look at the forest a bit. Now this is the forest area where we used to go in. And oh, we did a ton of playing back in there. You name it. People had their doom buggies, parties and all that. We're just kids, you don't know what's going on. Yeah. There's another guy lived back here. Oh yeah, that house there. Remember one day when I found out about Christmas timing. Heard Mom and Dad upstairs in the attic. And wonder what was going on. And then we realized they were up there wrapping presents, eh? So then it kind of blew us. I think maybe that night is when I was looking out too, out the window, eh? Used to love like all those Christmas shows, eh? What was the, see that, we kind of figured it all out. Yeah, everybody kind of picked on me, eh? I'm a sweets lover, candies, cookies, whatever, eh? And I asked for an easy bake oven. Just because I wanted to make my own cookies, eh? I'd eat all the cookies. They'd have to lock up the pantry so I didn't eat all the sweets, eh? Now out here, one of these houses, I think it's over just up the way. My dad used to sell vacuums back in the day. Some people didn't have the money, so they'd change it. Well, hey, look, I'll take that. My dad would say, okay, give me that instrument, drums, guitars, or whatever, eh? In on the deal, eh? So he'd be bringing all that stuff home. And my older brother, he'd get it all. He'd have it down in the basement. Every time I tried to play drums, he'd kick my butt out of there, eh? So I basically wanted to start playing when I was 7. I got, I think it's that house there. Oh, it's for sale. Oh, it was. Oh, it's sold. So I'd go on until I was like 14, got some drumsticks and a pad, set my pillows up on the bed, eh? Play along the Kiss records. And everybody else, eh? Strutter and all that stuff. Now here's all the woods up here, eh? That's a nice house there. So we traipse up here. There's a Canadian flag. Yeah, see, it's not too windy out here today. Look back. So anyway, what was I at on that? Oh yeah, then it wouldn't be till I was like about 16, 17 with the into band class, eh? Playing the drums. But I really liked to, I was kind of destined for that jazz, funk, and fusion style, eh? And the teacher, he wouldn't, he didn't want me every time they had an event, eh? So he'd bring in the drummer that had already left the school, eh? Because he'd be constantly saying, hey, play this way, Rick. And I was like, I want to jazz it up, eh? Funk it up and stuff like that. So I didn't know. But obviously then later on I got into, after all the rock stuff, Neil Peart, excellent progressive drummer, progressive rock drummer. Here's the forest area here. So then later on, I was buying all stuff down at the local John Ballone's. Yeah, little plug for Johnny Ballone's senior and junior in the family. God bless them all. From London, Ontario, Canada. I bought a lot of stuff in there. And I forget the older guy that was working in there. He was leading me on to a lot of different guys, a lot of different players. So I picked up on that. I got right into the jazz, funk, and fusion stuff right off the blink, eh? And added that to my rock style. You haven't seen nothing or heard nothing, right? Because it's all buried. It's all packed in boxes at my brother's house. All my drumming stuff, eh? Videos, tapes. We did a lot of stuff. I don't know what happened. It just didn't go for the groups I was with, eh? We were doing a lot of originals, plugging it all out. There was one band that was going to go. Seemed like it, and just... I don't know, everybody told me to get to LA, right? So, take my talent down there. But I didn't go. I'm not complaining. I got to live my life, man. You get doing all that. Hey, money. Tons of money ain't it all, eh? A nice, long, steady, peaceful, happy friendship. And there's a whole slew of other things that can happen, eh? And let me kind of barrel through here. So yeah, this is where, see, look at the tracks, eh? You used to bring the dune buggies all back in here. Yeah, I'm gonna make this maybe 2, maybe 4 or 3, maybe 4 part, because I gotta go all the way back up the other way, eh? That's a big one. Yeah, so music-wise, what other thing, when you notice my guitar? It's original. I may do a thing on my guitar or whatever. Check it out. All my drum kits, I got pictures of all that stuff, but I would always buy my drums and strip them right down, eh? and do all my own finishes. Even with that guitar, I did all that work on there for you guitar players. I only use 4 strings. I took the first and 6th off because I don't like that really low end, and I don't like the really high end, like that mid tone, so I took them off. That's my tone. What else? Amey Kennedy. Yeah, I've had that guitar. That's a collector's item now. It's like 25 years old or something. I think it's 1985 when I picked that baby up. Cedar top, mahogany back and neck and whatnot. Okay, now here's some guys out here working. If you look, not going to go all the way through this place. Old towers, we used to climb those back in the day. Look at all those houses over there. Yeah. I don't like to say it. Kind of sickens me to see these new houses, If I'm going to see a new house, I want to see I want to see $100 million mansion. I'm into mansions, Look way back. I'm into mansions. I've really enjoyed those abandoned mansions ones, Like there was one I seen was $200 million. Just unbelievable. Go in there and live, for a month or whatever, just to feel the power and the energy. I mean, that's a huge house, right? Huge deal. Let's get a flower for the ladies. Okay. Here's a bouquet of flowers for the women. Yeah, so about the drums and all that stuff, I'll try to dig those pictures up and I'll put them in a little post and you can take a look. The one kit I made out of PVC sewer pipe, went up to the company, got them all. Knew a guy that worked in like a vinyl, I got it all vinyl, like Mac Tack or whatever. And I did the whole kit up. It's got Rick Amey, Canada, Pepsi on it and everything else. I sent pictures up to the up to Pepsi Canada back in the day, see if I get some of the stuff in their videos or whatever, I'm like that. Do this stuff. But it was cool, stripping down your drums and all that. So I made that kit, and it was all done with rototoms. Went to Toronto, got the rototoms for the front. And what else happened with that kit? That was cool. I wasn't kicking enough the bottom end. I was doing a Van Halen tribute band. I put a lot of Van Halen stuff in my shows with the groups I have, and then I ended up in a band with another guy, but they weren't kicking enough, because they were 18-inch rototoms that were all done. So the guy he wanted more bottom end, he was driving his bottom end right up there. Anyway, so I just split the band. Then went out and got a couple of small kick drums at an old used drum show, or drum store or whatever. Redid them all up to match up, but I was gone, moving on to something else, But if it's not happening, folks, don't wait for it to happen. Feel it in your gut, If it's not happening, there's always a problem to get a really, really original singer, That was always the problem. We had singers, good. That Face First group that I was with, Neil, yeah, man, he was I guess I can say it. He was a hell of an entertainer, Yeah, he could really entertain. We were a great band. I made sure I picked great guys, I wouldn't say the guys that left were bad. Some people came and went, It was a bass player thing. Finally, we had Ken on bass. Here's a little bit of a swamp here. Yeah, Ken was on bass. Rick Amey on drums. Neil Alexander on vocals and guitar. And then we had Johnny Fedor on guitar as well. That was the lineup, the last lineup, the Face First band. And then I closed it down in 1992. I had just had enough, 10 years of serious practicing, running the whole show, Wearing all the hats, hiring and firing musicians, placing all the ads. I don't know if I'm repeating myself on some of the other videos, but it was a lot of work, learning all the tunes, working full-time day job, night or day work. It was just crazy. It was 20-hour days constantly for years, So I said, okay, somebody said pack it in, So I stopped drumming, sold everything, kept the sticks in the practice pad, But, and then moved on to the acoustic guitar. Actually, got the guitar, then I went to a keyboard and started pumping out a lot of stuff with the keyboard workstation. And just check it around in here. So anyway, it work our way back out. I wrote a lot of songs in there. One was called Garden Sneakers, and I entered it in a competition down in the States. I got in the top 300 over a few thousand, eh? They sent me a little thing or whatever. But I packed that in too. I said, holy crap, it's taken way too long doing all this stuff. I just wanted it simple, eh? So I went back to the guitar, which I had started way back in the 80s too. So I just picked up where I left off. I'm just a simple guy on the guitar. I like the chords. Just the simple basic chords, 3 or 4 chords or whatever. Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that. I just stepped in a pile of mud, not paying attention to where I'm going. Oh, yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, I just like it simple, eh? Simple little songs. So that it gives you the freedom to lift the guitar up, go around, look at people, entertain people, eh? So you're not boggled down. If you're going to do fancy jazz chords or whatever, inversions and all that stuff, you want to get a it's got a beautiful sunshine in there. You want to get a separate guitarist to do all that work. I'm like that. I just like it simple. Life completely, everything simple, eh? You know, or they're just thinking there. Yeah, probably said it. Yeah, the other about that workout. Yeah, get it done. Make that simple too, eh? Your workouts. I used to go in, like I used to pump weights a lot, right, for 2 hours. And then over the years, you start doing less, and you say to yourself, geez, I really didn't have to do all that. I can do this. Like I don't do like 1,000 crunches anymore, or all the sit-ups. I just walk. The stomach's as thin as ever. So, hey, unless you're going for Mr. Universe or something, eh? Like back in the day, those were my guys. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Rocky. Sylvester Stallone, eh? Okay, so this is, I'm going to end this one here. This is 2. We're going to be going on to 3. What do they call that thing? The Sydenham Syclone. Okay, roundabout. Let's get me a bit in this one, eh? Oh, we got a dog walker here. Oh, she's just coming back. Let's come on. Just coming out. Yeah, probably. How are you? I used to live back here in the 70s, eh?
Oh, yeah?
So, and I'm going out, my name's Rick Amey from Kingston. So I go all over the city now, when I'm older, videotaping all parts of Kingston and talking about it for friends and maybe tourists too, eh?
Oh, that's neat.
So I was just out at the old Fort Henry yesterday.
Okay, cool.
They're going to be opening that soon, July 1st, I believe, eh?
Oh, nice.
So if you know about that or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool. So you lived here when this was all woods, eh?
I was just telling about that. It was nothing but dune buggies, and the bikers had their... I was only 7, and I was traipsing all through the woods and all over to the shopping mall.
Like that back there. Everybody's still got their ATVs and everything, but I think that has now been sold to a developer, so it might change too.
Yeah. Are you a daughter of one of the families that lived here back in the 70s?
No, I live here. I moved here last year, just kind of midway down the street.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was beautiful back then, eh? Yeah.
A lot of it still is.
Yeah, I looked over at the houses, eh, and I don't like to talk sort of negative, and I had to look at the houses and say, like, this kind of like sickens me. I love the old stuff, eh?
Yeah.
But what are you, maybe 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're younger.
Yeah.
You're old enough to be my daughter, and I don't look it, but that's because of the exercise and probably all the run. That's probably why I walk so much these days.
Yeah.
It's because of all the running I did as a child, eh?
Yeah,
and then exercising, whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your dog's name?
Winnie.
Winnie?
Winnie the Pooh.
Hey, there's a beautiful Kingston lady, eh? What's your first name?
Shannon.
Shannon. That's a beautiful name. Now, did they call you by the song Shannon?
No.
Did you ever hear the song Shannon?
No, I don't think so.
Google that. I forget who did it. It's a beautiful love song ballad, eh?
Oh, okay.
These people don't know because they're all my age, eh?
Okay.
Facebook. I post everything on Facebook and YouTube.
Oh, cool.
But Shannon, oh yeah, it's I think it's like a 70s, maybe it came out in the 60s, but 70s for sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, usually when I hear somebody's name, because I always get names, eh? There's some really cool ones. I say, oh, that's like a 1940s name, eh?
Yeah.
But Shannon, typically, when I hear certain names, it's, oh yeah, they name me after the song, eh?
Yeah, oh, that's funny, yeah. No, I don't think my parents knew that one, but...
Did you have any history for this area, or did you just...
No, I'm from Nova Scotia, so I...
Oh, Nova Scotia, yeah.
Yeah, just a transplant.
Right on. Well, you picked a beautiful city, eh? Have you been out and around?
Yeah. No, we love it here. Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, God bless you. All the best.
Yeah, you too.
Enjoy yourself.
Nice
Yeah.
to run into you.
I just know, well, when I came up here like about a year ago, I didn't see all those houses because I darted in here, eh? Now I see all that. So,
yeah. And even like that's within the past year that a lot of that has sprung up. They built them so unbelievably quickly. So
yeah, well, I just got one of the houses that I was friends with the kid down the street there. They're revamping that, eh?
Oh,
but back in the day, those houses, they were strong, right? They could stand a hurricane, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Today, like, oh yeah, well, you see the stories in the news, houses are like flying around.
Yeah.
Okay, you be good, all the best.
Exercise.
You have beautiful hair. How long is it? How long's your hair?
Oh, not that long.
Oh, I'm a lover of hair. When I see these girls with long, beautiful hair, it's just like, oh, it's...
Too much work.
Oh, pardon?
Too much work.
That's what I used to do, eh? I'd grow it, and then I'd go buy the shaver and shave it all off, because I just got sick of all the work, right?
Yeah.
But now that I'm this old, and because I'm a musician, singer-songwriter, a drummer, guitarist, and now I said, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm just leaving it.
Yeah.
Because you never know when you're going to be dead, eh? I'm just kidding with you. Sorry. Hey, you be good. All the best. Take care.
Have a good day.
Say hi to your husband. Hey, say hi to the neighbors. Tell them you met Rick Amey.
Okay.
If they remember the Ameys that lived out on here.
Okay.
Or there was another girl. They were, you probably don't know.
No.
Anyway, remember Amy's Taxi?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's my uncle started that like 100 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's where I stem from, eh?
Oh, nice.
From the Ameys. I'm gonna get that on video one day, eh?
Yeah.
Because some girl, she Google says, no way, this wouldn't be like Rick Amey from the Ameys, eh? But anyway,
cool.
Hey, peace, love, and happiness. All the best, eh? Okay, yeah, she's 30 years old, just moved in. That's cool. Yeah, this has gotten a little longer, whatever. I think I got plenty of space. Little roundabout here. Yeah, strange how things go. Strange how things go. Who's at the doors? Strangers or people are strange or whatever. Okay, be good. Peace, love, happiness. You're the best. Amen. God bless us all. Yeah. Oh, Nova Scotia, eh? Who's that other guy? He was from Newfoundland, eh? So they're coming in from there, eh? Sorry, I had to kill a mosquito when I was talking to her. I hate killing them. I like to blow them off, eh? But poor little guy lost his life. They're not too bad out here. Got bit the other day. Oh yeah, one last thing on that. Purell, the hand lotion. You ever get bit by a mosquito? I just noticed I had some in my bag. I put it on, boom, the sting went away. And that was it. It used to be saliva. You put some saliva on it or whatever. But I put some of that Purell, that alcohol-based stuff, on that mosquito bite. Geez, it went right down. It got me on the face, actually. Swelled up quite a bit. Anyway, gotta go. See you on the next piece, on the next round here, eh? Cheers, rock on. Oh, it's rock and roll it, eh? Love, Rick. Bye. In and out instead of over and out. Toodaloo.